Hi, I'm Steve Nicollerat with Coach Baseball Right. Today I want to talk to you about trying to create some engaging practices. Before I do that, what I want to do is kind of tell you a little story about my past. When I was a little guy playing baseball, I can remember my practices, and this is sort of how they went. We all got there, and then the coach said, "Let's go and play catch." So we all went out there for 5 or 6 minutes. We played catch. We all did things the wrong way. Um, and talked about a million other things while we did it. And then the coach said, "Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to take batting practice now." So we all ran out to a position, and he brought in one or two guys at a time. He threw batting practice. We all stood around. Once in a while, a ball would come to us, and we would throw it back to the coach who was on the pitcher's mound. And after about a half an hour, now the coach said, "Hey, let's have a round of infield," and that was we were pretty pumped up for that. We liked that because we were all going to be touching the ball. And then we went home, and that was practice. And maybe once in a while, at the end of practice, we used to have enough guys on a team where the coach would actually hit some balls to the defensive team, and we'd have 4 or 5 runners, and it was kind of fun to run the bases when he hit it, and the defense had to play situations, and that was great. Well, think about that. Think about that kind of a practice, and think about today when you go around the parks and you see a practice. There's a fair amount of practices like that. And what I'd like you to think about is engaging the kids differently. Instead of touching the ball once every 2 minutes in a drill, how about touching the ball every 20 seconds? How about, instead of doing a drill for 20 minutes, how about doing a drill for 5 or 6 minutes and then have the kids rotate? So I think it's really important that our practices have lots of starts and stops. In other words, drill to drill, infield to outfield, outfield to hitting, something like that. I think it's important that within that drill, the kids are touching the ball a lot. Okay, so if you have 4 guys in a group, you're going to touch the ball a lot more than if you're trying to hit the ball to 10 guys in a group. Okay, so we've got to design engaging practices. One of the things I'm most proud of at SLU, where I coach at, and with our Coach Baseball Right program, is that I think we found a way to create those practices and engage the kids. I remember one day there was a little guy that I had cut, and he had come out for the team his senior year, and he probably was going to get cut, and we had talked about it, and I said, why did you come out again? He says, I wanted to see if I can make the team, but I just like to practice. I just like to go out there and practice. I like to be a part of something that has quick movements, and I get a chance to catch a lot of balls and be a part of something that's kind of upbeat. I think it's really important that when you coach baseball, we design our practices to do that. And if you take a look at some of our Coach Baseball Right products, I think you're going to be surprised at what they can do to help you. So anyway, I do hope this helps. Please make sure you take a look at CoachBaseballRight.com.